Happy Saturday, everyone that's watching the live playback. You're welcome to fast forward through all of this if you'd like. I'm just waiting on some people to jump on. Hey, how are you doing? Little craft creations. I'm just taking a thumbnail. Paper rustling. I know some people don't like that. Hey, how are you doing, Catherine? I'm just pulling out some envelopes. I have all different kinds of envelopes. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Alright. I probably should have got a container over. Hey, Valerie. Happy Saturday. Good. I'm doing good. I am doing good. It's just like a lazy Saturday. I'm doing an easy project today. Shouldn't take too long. It's pretty loud with me and these envelopes. Getting it going. I'm going to open up this. I bought this at Hobby Lobby, and it has 48 cards and envelopes. It was only $2.50 clearance. Hey, Left-Handed Crafter. Hello, hello. Hey, Pam. How are you doing? I think I'm going to start with one of these because I think these would be really cute to show how the envelope still goes, the card still goes back in. Oh, is it? Oh. Oh, you were talking about something else. All right. I'm doing good for mouse stamps. I think I just got lucky with them. I found some at Tuesday Morning and at Hobby Lobby in the wooden section. All right, so there's those, and then one of these little cards. All right. Hey, Anna. Hey, hey. So if y'all didn't watch the... Hey, Dana. So if you didn't watch the live on... I had a video out on Wednesday, and I was showing these cute little... I'm calling them PenPal envelopes. And basically, it's 2 envelopes decorated, really super easy project, and you can decorate them however. They don't have to be Valentine's, they can be whatever. And so cute, right? And that a great way to send like just a little something to someone. And so it's just basically like 2 envelopes, some glue, some stickers, maybe some washi if you want some, and paper. Hey, Chris, how are you? Yay, you made it. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Sylvia. So I have been a busy bee. I got a couple of things that... Hi. I'm working. Where's Daddy at? Okay, go tell them that I said wake up. Go tell your dad. Hold on, my 2-year-old. Go tell your daddy wake up.
I have a box.
Oh, it's a box. I know. You're sick. Hold on, guys. I'm so good. I'm glad. So look, I've been my 2-year-old. Hey, Evelyn, welcome to my crazy world. You'll hear my 2-year-old. Okay, so I've been busy. So I don't have a lot of ephemera, so I've been kind of making my own, and I stamped out a bunch of flowers, but like, oh wait, this is not the envelope. This is the envelope I made for Mary, because she asked me to stamp this out. Hold on, I'm going to find the envelope for me. I probably just put it over here. Oh, here it is. So all of my scraps that I've been working with, I just punched out a bunch of, hey, okay, go play with it. Go. Hold on, guys. All right, sorry, I'm back. Hey, guys. All right. Hey, Mary. Oh, yeah. The funny thing is I've noticed I keep hitting it, so I had to put a Band-Aid, and of course I have little kids' Band-Aids. But, all right, sorry. I stamped out all of these little flowers with my punches that I had scraps of. But I got this stamp. It's a Tim Holtz one at Hobby Lobby. So I just stamped out some stuff. So I stamped out some of these that maybe I will use, and these just in there. And then I stamped out a whole bunch of these like really pretty flowers. I left the bottom white because I think it's prettier like white. And then just made like different colors. Like this one is more red. And then I stamped out a bunch of things that say "Be My Valentine." And then some like hearts. So I stamped that out just in my spare time. So I might use some of this because I wanted to make my own ephemera. Ephemera is expensive, and it's, yay, I'm so glad you made it. All right. So again, it's really simple. It's just 2 envelopes. And so I got different size envelopes to kind of give you guys an idea. I thought these black ones would be really cute, like as kind of, if you wanted to cut the paper shorter. And then of course there's craft, which everything looks good on craft. I got these envelopes clearanced. They're kind of an orange color. I got 2 white ones that are little. So like even after you make the card, right? Say you buy the packs that have the cards, like these still go inside of it. So even, you know, if you buy pre-packaged envelopes, you still have room to put your card or whatever inside of this, which is really cute. And it's an easy project. It'll probably go fairly quickly. I'll do a couple of them just to get it done. I mean, just so you guys get the idea. I have a bunch of other like random things that I might use and might not for some random ideas. And then pretty much that's it. So like you can use math on this, like where you measure everything out. I'm pretty much a pen and kind of cut person. So I bought this paper line at Tuesday Morning. It's called The Love Story, and I thought that this would be really cute to use. Hold on, all the rustling of the paper. I know people don't like that, so I try to be self-conscious about it, but it's like, I mean, how do you have crafts that everything comes in plastic and don't have ruffling of paper, right? I just don't know how it happens. All right, these cutouts are really cute and will probably come in really handy in this project. And I don't think it matters I just think that you need at least 2 different types of paper. I love this black. I'm really getting into like black with everything. So, and these are perfect. So let me just do this pretty pink with, it has those birds on the back, which are really cute. But I think we're definitely going to use that one. I'm trying to decide between, should we do black? No, I think we're not, because I'm going to add black pen. So I think I'm going to pick these 2 for now. And then we'll probably cut out some cut aparts. So I'm going to start with this black, these 2 black envelopes. So whatever envelopes you have, you just need 2 of the exact same size. Hey, Kim. Hey, Sassy. I'm so bad with names. Hey, Dawn. So whatever envelopes, just make sure they're 2 same size envelopes that you use. All right. So I'm going to get out and take advantage of this. Oh, you haven't? Yeah, the paper. I got the paper at Tuesday morning. All right, so I'm getting a white pen because, and a black pen. So let me figure out my math. So basically the concept is you just take these 2 envelopes and you glue them together. There's 2 ways that you can do this. And if you look at the card, one of the ways has all of the same cardstock. So if you notice in these little area, it's the same cardstock, where this one has 2 types of cardstock. Because basically what I did was I put one cardstock here and then another here, so it has 2. But I think the easier way would be 1. So what we're going to do first is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together. You can use double-sided tape for this. You can use glue, whatever you prefer. The only thing I recommend is you always put, like, so on this, I'm not going to put my glue on this side. I'm going to put it on the smaller side. And as I do more, you'll see. Oh, well, you know what? I found out about Hobby Lobby is they have till February 15th to mark all their stuff on clearance. And it's just random whenever they're doing it. So I have a friend of mine that was looking and her Hobby Lobby didn't mark anything down. So she just keeps calling. She found out today that they marked a couple stamps down. So I would just call because they have till February 15th to get it marked down. So they will mark it down. And you just have to. So if you notice, I glued these 2 envelopes together. And you want to make sure that, I mean, it doesn't have to be too perfect because we're going to put paper over both sides of these and on this part. So it's kind of like every other one, right? So you can literally do the math on this. What I do is I will take one piece of paper, and what I do is I line it up right on this crease. And if you can see, like, I will line it up perfectly, but I leave a gap at the top. And I do that so I have room to write down where it needs to be cut. So I'm just lining that up right there. And I kind of, since this is black, I want the black to show a little bit. If you didn't want the black to show, your mark would be exactly right here. If you go to Hobby Lobby, go in the morning. It's a madhouse today. There was nothing on sale. Oh, okay. So I am going to leave a little bit of gap because I want the black to show. So I'm going to go over, if you notice, that's like 1/8 of an inch, if that. Let me zoom in a little bit. Do you see how I just kind of left a little bitty mark? You don't have to, but that's just what I'm going to do on this black one. If it wasn't black, I probably wouldn't. And I'm doing the same thing right here. So I lined it up at the top perfectly, and then I'm just going to come up about, you know, 1/8 of an inch up a little bit. And that's how I know where to cut my paper. So I'm basically going to cut both of these at the exact same time because, hey Rhonda, welcome to my crazy world, crazy life. So you'll know, hey Gretchen, hey Gretchen. So what you do is, so I'm going to cut both of these at the exact same time. You don't have to do this. This is just what I'm choosing to do. So I also know, so I'm basically going to cut all the way across at this top. And then we know that I need to cut 2 of these. So I have the 2 pieces of paper together, and I'm just lining these up and going to cut here. So I'm going to put that to the side. Oh, yay, I'm so glad. I got your ATC cards today. They were really cute. I recorded a video. So I know that I want, so say this paper doesn't matter what side you put it, but you always want to look at your card and remember this is how you open it because this is the envelope part. So I'm going to flip this way, that way it's the right side. So say if you had words or something, you would want that to line up. So if you notice, there's just a little hint of a gap around it where the black is, just a little bitty bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these 2 pieces down. And then let me get my needle for this. Goodness, that's... Yeah, I was looking. They didn't have the same cells. They only had like 30% off versus like 75%. I order a lot of stuff online, but when you're talking about clearance stuff, you really can't order it online like that. Okay, so now it's wanting to come out. So I'm just going to glue this piece down to the back, and you can pick, you know, whatever paper. It could be all the same paper. It's up to you. So I'm just eyeballing, lining this up, and then I'm just gluing that piece down. And then I'm going to do the same for this one. And then remember, this is the one that we have glued it together. So again, I'm just going to eyeball eyeball this and then glue it down. And make sure to get the edges kind of good. All right, so just... There we go. So you can see the black, which I wanted to see. You could have cut this exactly the same size where you didn't see the black. So next is going to be the 2 insides. So remember, we cut off some of the paper. Well, this one's going to be a little different because if you notice, it has this opening, right? But, you know, nothing good around here. Oh, but... So what I want to do is I'm going to keep these 2 pieces together, or you can do it however, but I want to come down a little bit, right? Because I want there to be enough room where I can slide stuff out of the card. So let me show you on this one. So if you notice on this one, there is probably a 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch where you can see the envelope, which you could always cover that up. I don't mind it so much, so that you still have room to use the envelope. So I am just going to eyeball this down. And so I know I have my other piece behind, but you don't necessarily have to have it behind when you're doing this. So I want it to be about that length. And then I'm going to measure this to the bottom, if you guys can see what I'm doing. And I am just, and you could literally take a ruler and measure out. Okay. You could literally take a ruler and measure out, okay, I need to cut 4.5 inches off, or you could do it. This is kind of how I do it. And I just know that I need to cut right there. So I'm going to take It is so cute, and it's so simple, and it's a great way to send friend mail and something simple. All right, so I am just cutting these little strips off, and then I have these 2 pieces of paper. But before I glue this down, I'm going to look at, so if you notice, we have this one, well, we need the red here, right? But you could use something else. Like you could use something totally different. But since I know that I want to put the red here, I'm going to start with the pink here, if that makes any sense. Because you don't want the same 2 colors. Well, you could, and then it kind of would blend in. So say for instance you pick this, well, it would blend in. So you could pick the same colors. I guess it's just up to you what you would prefer to do. Because the pink would be cute there as well. But I'm going to go ahead and do the pink and the red, and I'm going to glue these down. Okay. Yeah, it's super simple. It doesn't take a lot of stuff to make them. That's why I thought this would be a really cute project for people to do and to send to as Valentine's Day, like, you know, Happy Mail or whatever you choose. All right, so I'm just eyeballing where I want this to line up at, and then I'm going to put this last one right here. So it's such a simple project. All right, and then I am putting this right, and I'm kind of leaving it off a little bit so you could still see the black, because I want the black to kind of peek out. So that far we have the way you want it to look. Isn't that cute though? So now we have to cover this side and this side. And I have these strips, and sorry, my pen dropped. I have these strips that you could use where the black is showing, and I think I'm going to. But if you didn't have enough, you could use extra paper or whatever else. But since these strips are perfect because I want the black to show, I'm going to end up using these strips. And they're pretty much just need a little trim on the edge right here, which I will do with my actual scissors. But I think I'm going to put the red here, and then I'm going to put pink here, so when you fold it over, it blends in, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm just going to glue this down. And you really don't even have to put paper on the inside. Like on the other one, I didn't put paper, but I think, you know, you can make it however you want it to look. And, all right. So now I'm just going to take and I was messing around with them earlier. I think I'm going to use my, oh, here they go. I'm going to just take my scissors, and I'm just going to clean up where it was hanging over a little bit. And that way it blends in. Okay, perfect. So then I'm going to do the same thing with this pink on the back. I'm going to glue this down, and so you think you know someone mentioned your name. That's funny. I had an uneventful, I don't know, an uneventful Saturday. Not too much going on. I wasn't working on anything because I knew that I was going to do this live, so I was just kind of gathering everything, getting my kids, spending some time with them, and getting things kind of sorted out. Okay, so now I am just going to make this blend, and I'm just cutting off the excess from the top. So now you pretty much have, I mean, it's so simple, right, guys? Like, here is your base to sending out. You still have the little pockets right here. And I was showing with, if you came a little later, so see how I made this little package? You know how you can buy the ones where they have the envelopes and the cards? Well, these work really well because if you notice, the card still fits in the envelope. So you can still, you know, write your little letter, put it in here. On this one, you can, I mean, this is a good, hold on, let me make sure I didn't close it all the way. And then I did. Oh, I don't know why I missed that part. And then, all right, I'm just opening it and drying my glue. Hold on, guys, from where I did it. All right, and then it still goes in. Now, here's the other thing. So, say for instance, you wanted to do the smaller ones. The smaller ones are a little more tricky, right? So, but the thing about the smaller ones, I'll tell you, is you can get a lot more out of the smaller ones than you can the big ones, because with the big ones, you pretty much use the whole two sides of the cardstock. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue these together just like I did the other one. And then I'm going to show y'all, because you can get, I should have probably grabbed, let me grab some more of the envelopes, because then you can make more than one at a time. So there is that. Let me grab 2 more of these envelopes, because I'm going to show you how much you can get out of the cardstock. And these are just A2, I think, size, maybe, the smaller ones. Okay. Oh, hey! Hey, so I'm going to do 2 at a time on this one and just kind of show you, and then we can decorate them all. And if you don't want them to have the little pockets, you can seal off the little pockets too. That's another thing you can definitely do. All right, so let's pick out 2 more pieces of paper, right? I love I think we're going to use this one and then this one. All right. So with this one, since it's such a small piece of paper, which is probably going to be a little harder for you guys to see, you can get a lot more bang for your buck with the cardstock on the littler envelopes. You can put a lot more in the other one, but you know, it's not such a bad thing to have. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to measure, but this one I'm going to want to go all the way to the edges, because I don't want, I'm going to cut this in a minute. I want this one to go all the way to the line. So I literally have this all the way to the line. I'm just going to come down a little bit so I can see where I'm at, and I am going to put a notch here, and then I'm going to line this up, and then I'm going to put a notch right here. All right, so here's our 2 pieces. Should we do stripes or dark stripes? Which one should we do? This one or this one? I think we're going to do the dark with the black, maybe. That one looks cute. Okay, so double-sided paper. Honestly, I think that you could do this without double-sided paper. It would be better because you're not wasting the back. I would recommend probably not. I mean, you could do it with either. Me, I just wanted to use this one because I bought more than one. But I would recommend doing either way. So either way, you don't need double-sided paper though, because you're not seeing the back of the paper in this project. You're not going to see it. All right, so I'm just cutting this down, and then I knew, but so remember, this is just one piece of paper, but let me show you. All right, let me go in a little bit. All right, so here is, so I needed 2 of those cuts, and I should have measured it because remember I said that we were going to, all right, I should have measured. I don't know why I didn't. All right, so this is going to be 4 1/4. 4 1/4 is that one. And then let me just measure the top part of this. It is the line before the 6. Hold on. The line before the 6. Was it? So, yeah. Okay. So it's 5 3/4 is. All right, I just wanted to cut that so I knew. So 4 1/4, so I have all of my pages cut for 2 of these envelopes, right? Just for the back side. I haven't touched the other one. So on the back side, remember this paper needs to go this way. So when you open these, you want your envelope to be on the right side. So I'm gonna flip this over like this, and we're just going to glue this down. So with the little ones, I noticed you can make 2 of them with 2 pieces of paper at one time. It's a little better. All right, so that page is glued, and then I'm gonna make these like just the same so you guys can see with the same paper. And you could pretty much use scraps on some of this. Like if you notice these pages are not that big, so you could use up some scraps with this. Hey Anna. Hey Carrie. I'm sorry. One to hoard. That's what I bought 2 of them, so. All right, so then, but I've gotten this thing where I'm like, I want to be able, so I'm just gonna do the opposite on this one. I want to be able to use this stuff because like it's pretty, and to give out pretty things, and what's the point of having pretty stuff if we don't use it, right? And then we can't buy more pretty stuff. So I'm like, I'm going to use pretty stuff and try not to hoard stuff too much anymore, which I still have problems with. I do. It's a problem. All right, so Carrie, you should go watch movie time. I understand that. I'm going to try. You should. It's such an easy, great project. Like, what a great way to send friend mail, right? Like Valentine's Day adult cards, guys. This is called Adult Time. And then I kind of shifted this one. Let me see if I had enough time to pull it up. I put it up too high. All right, let me put my glue back on. That's what art glitter glue, if you guys use this, you literally have 5 seconds to pull it up or you're not pulling it up. All right, so then, all right, that's glued down. So now we're on this side, right? And on this side, we needed 4 1/4 again. So we needed 2 more, right? So this is all the 2 pieces of paper that I still have. So I'm pretty sure it was 4 1/4. I'm just gonna measure it again. Oh no, this one's smaller. Okay. So on this one, remember how we had these 2 leftover sheets? They probably would work, but I'm not gonna use those. I'm gonna measure, remember how I was saying, and I hope that you guys can see, I want this one to go, I wanna leave like a 1/2 inch on this top part. So with it being a 1/2 inch, I'm gonna measure right here because I need to be able to stick my hand in there. So, okay. And I need to make 2 of those cuts. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to, so it's 3, for mine, it's 3 3/4 cut. So I need to do that cut twice. Just making sure both my papers are exactly lined up. 3 3/4, cut, and then again 3 3/4, cut. All right, so now with this one piece of paper, we have these two fronts and these two fronts. So I need to, so that this is what I have left of my paper. But remember, we just have to cover this and this, so we have plenty of paper. So I am just seeing how I want my paper to go. So we're gonna put this maybe, maybe we should do, I think I'm gonna do this one here. So I'm just gonna cut this down to size, and I'm gonna cut 4 of them. So I'm just doing a mark to measure my top. I hope if some of this isn't making sense, like, let me know. Yes, who doesn't have a paper problem? I just have to like not even look at it, because if I look at it, then I convince myself it's okay. Like, I find ways to buy the paper to make reasons why I need more paper. It just doesn't make sense. All right, so the first line past 2 1/4. All right, and then I'm gonna cut. I'm just doing my ghetto math with this. All right. That's the one I want to move out of the side. All right, so on this one, I'm going to turn these over. So on this one, I want this to go here. So I am going to just glue this down. And I'm actually going to glue, on these ones, you want to kind of glue the envelope, not the paper. Okay? So on this part, you can glue the paper, but on the rest of it, you want to glue the envelope, not the paper. And you want to leave, like, do you see this little gap? Let me zoom in, guys. There is a little bitty gap between the cardstock. So, and that's so it'll fold without a problem. Hold on, it'll focus. So I'm leaving a little bit of gap between the cardstock so that it folds and you don't have a problem with it folding. So if you notice, I have some overhang. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim this up. All right, so let me trim up the edges so all that overhang is gone. And then now on this side, since that is that, we're going to start off with this one on this side. And it depends how you want your envelope to open, and I just said that. Glue the envelope, not the paper. So that's the only trick, is to remember to glue the envelope, not the paper. Because it's important on this spot. On this spot, it's important not to glue the paper, but to glue the envelope. So now I'm just going to clean up my edges. How many, so you know, we were talking about different types of crafters, right? So how many of y'all like eat, sleep, think crafting? Like everything that you pick up, you're like, huh, can I use that? Like, because I know there's people that don't. I'm one of those people that do. As long as it makes you happy. Oh, yeah. Okay, so next, yeah, the paper makes me happy. So next I needed my other piece of paper. All right, so next I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do this one here, right? So what I want to do is remember on the inside, glue the envelope, not the paper. So what I'm going to do is, if you notice, I moved my card up a little bit. And this is just so I know where not to add more glue. So I'm just going to make this line. It doesn't matter what color. It doesn't matter how it looks because you won't see it. I'm just making a line so I know don't go any higher than that when I'm gluing. So I am just putting my glue down. Glue the envelope, not the paper. Y'all will hear that when you're making this. You'll be like, something about glue the envelope, not the paper. All right. So this one goes here. And I kind of have it coming up a little bit. All right. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this one, where I'm going to move it over and just mark where I don't want me to go any higher with the glue, if that makes any sense. All right, so glue envelope, not paper. All right. Such a simple, easy, beautiful project. All right. And if you didn't want to be able to stick things in here, you could literally glue it all the way and then not have to worry about that. So if you look, where's that card that I had? Did I leave it out? I must have. If not, I'll get another one. So if you look with this one, and I'll finish the other one, but I just wanted to show you your card that came with, remember I told you I got this at Hobby Lobby. It has 48 cards and envelopes. Well, these are the envelopes that I'm using, but your card still fits in here. So you could literally still send your card and then over here put some goodies or stickers, or put your card over here and vice versa, because it still works. And then, all right, so before we decorate, let me finish this other one over here. So remember, I only used 2 pieces of cardstock and decorated both of these. And all I had left was, this is what I have left of the 2 pieces of cardstock, 12 by 12. All right, so let me finish this one. So we're gonna do stripes. So, and these are the, let me tell you what size these envelopes are. These envelopes are the 5.5 inch by 4 1/4 inch. So I think it's, I don't know if it's A2 or what size. You card makers will probably know better than I do. All right, so now at this point, remember, glue the envelope, not the paper, is the rest. The only time you can do it here is okay, but anywhere else you want to, oh, I want to make sure I get the edge so it's not lifting. All right. So cute. So if y'all get friend mail from me, you're probably going to get these. Hi, Angela. Did my ACC came in already? Yes, they did. They did. They did. And they were gorgeous. And I love how much detail you put into it. Hi, Angela's great work. Yes, the dollhouses are so cute. She is so creative with it. She will use all kinds of stuff and teach you how to make beds and whatever. Anna does amazing work with that. She uses things you wouldn't think of to make cool stuff. All right. But that's her passion. You could tell when she talks about it. It's her love. It's her passion. I know, Angela, and I was wondering, I know you said your husband was sick, and I was like, I noticed you hadn't been making videos, so you have been missed. If you're wondering, if anybody was wondering, you have been missed. All right, let me put that there. All right, so since I did that one, we're going to go here next. Here. You're good. It's good. Some people have things. I think I'm a beginner crafter. I think some people just, you know, it's kind of like, okay, we talked about this because Mary Beth, she told me that, what's her name said, just because there's composers and there's not composers. There's people that play the piano, but just because they can't write music doesn't mean that they're not artists, right? And there's some people that can write music, and some people it's a natural gift. All right. So next I'm just going to trim up the excess from what was left over. So I like this size. I like that you can get 2 of these covered with the paper for 2 pieces of cardstock. So it's basically a cardstock of 1. All right, so next is the stripes. And this again, glue, envelope, not paper. All right, so here, and then over here. And then I'm just gonna mark my spots here, and then here. Okay, of where not to go past for the glue. And you want to be careful if you don't have art glitter glue, only put a little bit of glue or use double-sided scoring tape, because you don't want the paper to warp, which, you know, not all glue is equal, so you don't want a problem with the paper warping. Glue envelope. I know, that was my point, because if not, you will glue it shut. So I was like, just remember, Jan, to remind them, glue envelope, not paper, because if you glue paper, not envelope, it will, your pocket will be closed. So if you don't want your pocket closed, glue envelope, not paper. All right, so see, they're decorated and they're kind of the opposite, but it's so cute, right? So then again, you can decorate this however you want to decorate it. And the one thing I would recommend though is if you're going to use stickers, whatever you're going to use, make sure it's flat. Like even with the sequins, like the sequence is kind of flat. So you don't want to use anything that stands out. I mean, glue them. Yeah, you don't want to, whatever you use, you want it to be flat, because if you want to be able to mail this, you don't want it to be all puffed out. Okay, so, and like you could do anything. I had, let me see what I have. So when I went to Dollar Tree, I got some different things, but they had these little books, right? And let me open them. Which I never, I did a haul, I recorded it. I'll probably put it up tomorrow, but they had these little books. And it comes with 8 of them. And like, how cute would it be to, you know, throw something like this in there or whatever, right? So I think, you know, or how cool is it to glue this to the front to where it, you know, pops out and has like a little gift. Like that's where like your creativity and imagination can run wild. I did cut out some stuff and I talked about it earlier. Let me find all my goodies. All right, so I did cut these off of the other paper pack, which you could, which I'm gonna make smaller. I'm gonna make this one smaller because I think we're gonna use Wine Will Be Mine. The funny thing is I don't drink personally, but I know people do. So I am just gonna trim this up because that's like a little pocket that you could put right here, or if you didn't want a pocket, you could put this here. You could do a side pocket. And then I also, where's my little handy dandy envelope? I made an envelope. Oh, here. So I was talking about, I punched out a bunch of stuff. You're so far. It ain't dry. Yeah, this is already dried. That's what I'm saying. Like with art glitter glue, like, here's the thing. It seems a lot when you buy it, but a little goes a long way. Like, as much as y'all see me using this, do y'all see this? Like, I've probably had this and only this is gone. So if you see my fingers, I've probably had this maybe 6 months or longer, and as much crafting as I do, like, because you only need the littlest amount and it dries so fast. I get this off of Amazon. But this doesn't only work on paper. This works on fabric. Amazing on fabric. It works on metals, like everything. Art glue. Yeah. Once you use art glitter glue, you won't do anything else. All right. So I punched out a bunch of stuff that I want to use. And that's what I was going to do with these. All right, so basically there's just some little hearts, and then my desk gets all cluttered again. I'm like, don't do that. Keep it clean. Keep it simple, Jan. All right, so I punched out some things that say be my Valentine. And like, okay, so the other thing is on these cards, I left this cute little place to write something. And all I did was I took some paper, like we all have scraps. Y'all don't want to see my bag of scraps, right? Hold on. Maybe y'all might have to. Do y'all want to see my box of scraps? I know Carrie does. Carrie's probably not here. So I have this box that I keep beside my desk, and I keep like scraps in it. And I haven't been as I need to be. But it's a big old box. And I have another kind of, I have one that, this is just regular because I have one for Christmas and I have one for Halloween. This is my box of scraps. And I don't throw this stuff away because you can use this to punch out stuff. There's book pages. There's just all kinds of stuff that I've kept that I keep. Like, don't throw this stuff away. There's like mail probably in here. There's just random stuff. Look, there's a sticker. This is where I'm like, will I use it? I don't know, but put it in here just in case. I think there's like a letter that I wrote someone. I mean, just, you never know. Like, I have these journaling cards that oh, how cute. I could probably use these. But I just keep a little box with all kinds of scraps. Yes, everyone should have a scrap. Oh, remember, I asked Carrie one time, I was like, Carrie, do you have a box of scraps? And she was like, no, I use it. And I'm like, what? I'm like, girl, do you see this? This is like Tim Holtz ephemera, but I have some little things that I cut out and put in here. So I just keep like all of this, which I probably shouldn't. But anyway, I need to get some of this paper out. And it doesn't matter what color because I'm going to put it. Actually, we probably could use some pink. And look how pretty this one. I just got all kinds of stuff in here. It's just random, crazy. I literally, this box was so full I couldn't put anything in it because I made an envelope for Carrie to send to her because she was like, I don't have a box of scraps. And I was like, oh girl, don't worry, I got you. I got this. All right, I even kept these because when you punch this stuff out, you can use this as a stencil. Our color, oh, you have a color coded? Yeah, I just have a box. And I don't even know where I got this box from, but I got a box. All right, so now will come the fun part. All right, so another thing is, let me get my white paper. Yeah, everyone should have a box of scraps or they're getting one. That's cool when you're color coding it. All right, so what I'm going to do is, look, this is a card base that I probably was going to use on something and didn't use. Okay, so on this one, if that looks like it has a pattern and it doesn't. Do y'all see that? So weird, right? It looks like it has a pattern, but if you get up close, it's just pink. Hope the camera lets you see it. It's weird. It's like a weird pattern on this paper. Well, oh, did you see what I did? So I took a bunch of stuff out of there and I basically punched out all these little flowers with a bunch of scraps. And then I had some red one that I punched out, and then I just did different things. So I keep it because you don't never know, like with this is a great project. I don't think I'm going to use that. This is a great project to use scraps on. All right. So let me just cut this in half. So this is 2.5. So I'm going to cut this at 2.5. Hey, Margaret. Welcome to my crazy world. All right. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to pink it up, right? Like I did with the other one. So I'm just taking some inks and I'm going to... They're not even the same size, but it doesn't even matter. Because I don't want it to even be perfect on here. Don't even mind. I'm going to do it a little lighter at the bottom. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm fixing to write on it. And I don't care that my lines aren't straight either. It's just, I think you can tell that it's handmade and it's better that way. All right, so I just got 2 pieces of pink paper. And what I'm gonna do, well, I made them pink rather. If you had pink, you could do it. I'm just going to doodle. So you could like literally take a ruler and do your lines out. It's not that serious for me. So I am first going to doodle up the outside of it. This is my new obsession. Thank you, Kara Price. And hey, Margaret. Yeah, I can say that Shan's box is just like, oh, it is? Yeah, but I'm trying to use it more because what happens is, like, I'm thinking with these little projects is I'm like, we need to, instead of like, normally I'd be like, oh, I want pink paper. Well, I'm like, dude, I have all those scraps and I have ink. So we're fixing to make some pink paper, right? So that's my plan, is use what we have. Like, organize, like make a list, like organize. I was watching Anna the other day and she was cleaning up her room. And you know what I was thinking is like, yes. So what I'm all about 10 minutes a day. I tell Carrie all the time. So literally just spend 10 minutes like trying to organize a day, and that's it. And then you'll find stuff, and then be like, when you find stuff, be like, I'm going to make a list, and this is going on my list, and I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to draw lines. They're probably going to be crooked. They're probably not going to be the same length. I don't mind it at all. All right. So this is my little paper inside. And even if you don't write on this, how cute is it, right? I think there's just something with line paper that I really enjoy. All right, so in this one, I'm just doing the same thing, doing the lines around the outside. And then once you got the card base down, you could decorate this however you want, with chipboard, stickers, you know, Project Life, or cutter. Yes. Did you just haul the stamp, the journaling lines? Oh, yes, I have that, but I didn't want to use it because I know not everyone has it. But not only that, it's really big, right? And with this, it would put the lines too far. So that stamp is probably like 5x7. And so I kind of want it to be, but yes, you could do that, right? You could do that. But on Carrie's, I have a smaller version of that, and I did that on hers. But I think I don't know, there's just something so pretty to someone's writing and they hand wrote it, right? Plus, I'm a control freak and a lazy crafter. Like, I'm like, you know, I could go get that stamp, but then I got to get the stamp. Then I got to stamp it. Then I got to clean the stamp. Then I got to put it back. You know what? I will just, you know, do it by hand. Right? All right. So, again, lines, line, line, line. It's called lazy crafting. Line, line. All right. I just want to make this one go over a little bit. And so there you go. So all right, so we got that. Let's move the scraps and this stuff. This is cute. I might use that. All right. So let me move this out of the way. Bring back my crazy again. Because, and then I have, who doesn't have a bunch of stickers, right? So I really want to use this. I think we're going to. And even the one that, I'm going to trim this, right? Because I want to use this. All right, that's going to be my pocket instead of this one. And then I want to put this flower here. And I think that's how we're going to do it. And then I think we're going to put this heart right behind here to just kind of give it a little something behind it. But I don't want to use this one. I want to use the one that has more of red. And these are just the images that I stamped out and colored. So I think that that's what we're going to do. This is going to go probably on that side. When you open it, that's the first thing you see. All right, so let's start gluing some stuff down. Oh, it's so cute. Glue to the inside. Yes. It's creative. I'm glad I turned in. Been wanting to do something like this for a while. Thank you. Bye, Evelyn. I'm a sticker nerd. You know what's funny is I'm not a big sticker person. I'm more of an ephemera. And I think the difference is, I don't really know. There's probably, I kind of like, I guess there's not a big difference except you have to glue it down yourself. But I kind of like making my own ephemera lately. That's kind of what I felt. I think I'm going to fussy cut this. Do I want to? I don't think I want to because I thought about it and I'm like, no, I'm going to do it the way I was going to do it. All right, so scrap piece of paper came back to life, guys. One scrap piece of paper at a time. I will change my life this year. All right, and then I'm going to just trim this up a little bit, though, to save space. All right. Oh, that's not straight. Okay, perfect. And then this is just going to go at the bottom. And this you can actually glue. No, I'm just playing. I was going to mess with Anna where she's like, I can't forget what you said. You keep reminding us. All right. So this one is going to be a pocket. So because this isn't straight, I'm going to straighten it a little bit. And then I'm going to only glue 3 parts down. And you could use double-sided tape or whatever. Lazy again. And I have it right beside me, but now I just do this. All right, so this is our magical pocket. That. And then I really like this Be My Valentine, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this up a little bit because I want it to not lay straight in there. I want to kind of put it at an angle. So I want it to kind of be like that. And then I think maybe a heart too to kind of bring in the hearts. I've been taking my time. And this I just stamped on red cardstock. But I have some flowers too that I think might use. And it's such a simple, easy project, right? And you just fill it up with whatever. Like, so say while you're stamping out these images, you make a couple more to put in the little pocket. Hey, Janice. Oh, yay, I'm glad you caught it too. All right. No, it's too wide. All right, so like you could pretty much put anything you wanted in here. You could take your stickers and put it in here. I think what I'm going to do is check this out. I think this is my plan. I'm going to have to cut this down some though. Oh no. Hold on one second. Call me. All right. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to glue some stickers in here. Magical, magical stickers. Thank you so much. It's kind of chaotic and my desk is kind of chaotic. All right, so what I'm going to do here is, do you see these cute little stickers? So my plan is to take these stickers and I'm leaving the plastic on, right? So I'm just cutting the stickers that are still on the plastic here. All right, so I'm just gonna try to cut as close to I can as these stickers so it'll fit on this piece of paper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue the stickers on here. So that way the person that gets this can still use the stickers and it just goes in the little pocket, right? How cute is that? So I'm just gluing these on there and so they can still pull them and get these little stickers. Easy peasy. And then you could write a note, you could put, remember your card can still go in here. You could take some more stickers and fill the little pockets up. Let me see. So say this is your note. I'm like, okay. So that's my note. You could write just Happy Valentine's, just anything. You could stamp something on there. You could not write the writing. Now over here, like you could literally take, like foam stickers, right? So here's the other thing. And this is a good way to give people stickers without having to use them, right? So everybody knows these are the Dollar Tree stickers, right? So I'm just trying to pull them out, okay? So it's kind of the same theory behind it, right? So these ones are not, well, it's ephemera. This one, hold on. Let me get the other ones that actually have the thing on the back. All right, so let me grab some of these. So it's the same theory behind it, right? Where you have these stickers and you have to peel the backing off. Well, instead of peeling the backing off, glue it down to some of that paper, and then we will trim up this paper and you send it to the person so they can still use the stickers. But then it's on this cute paper, so you're not just randomly sending stickers, you're like kind of decorating something to randomly send to them, if that makes any sense. So just like that. And then, so in this little pocket, you're sending these cute little stickers that they can use in part of the paper, so that way you don't have leftover paper. The other idea, okay, so I'm going to work on this other one because I have a different kind of plan of what I'm going to do. All right, so that is like, so there's little stickers, and then I think I said you could put one of these little books in here and all kinds of stuff, and then you just take this, put some glue, tape it, and right here, what I did on these is I just made, the way that you just see me make that little paper, I just made these and glued them to the outside so you can write person's address, whatever, and that would go here. You could also decorate this outside with whatever you wanted to. Like, how cute is this? So it just sits on there, right? So when they get it, you know, there's so many things that you could do, right? So let's set this aside, and we didn't decorate that outside one, but we will. So before we're done, we will. So I cut all these little flowers, so we're going to kind of worry about focusing on some other little things. I cut some tabs too, right? So here is my plan. What happened to, okay, that being the wine one that I had cut. All right, because my plan is this smaller than this? It's about the same size. Is this one smaller? Okay, we're gonna trim up this little thing. I'm gonna use my paper trimmer so it's not all crooked. Highly decorated, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hold on a second. So I'm gonna just trim this up because I want this to have a tab on it. So I want these to be just a little bit, okay, that's perfect. So on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little pretty tabs that I punched out of some scrap paper that I had, and now I'm just going to glue this on to the top. And go over Jan. So I'm going to glue this pocket here, and I'm only doing it at the 3 corners because I want this to be a pocket. And there. And since it's a long pocket, that's why I wanted the tab, so that when you're pulling this out, and I probably should have waited for the glue to dry a little bit more. Hold on, because I don't want that. So it has this little tab where you could write your note on here or whatever else, but then they know that it is pulled out with the tab, right? And it doesn't have to be like matchy colors, right? It could pretty much be anything, but this one is going to go. All right, let's do something with these flowers. All right, so I have a bunch of different colored flowers. I'm just going to dump some out, and then we will put some here. I'm only gluing the middle part. And I have some, where was my other thing that I had that I wanted to use? I got some really cute, I have some other cool flowers, but I think, I wish I had these in. Let me get this out. So it's just pretty much whatever you want it to be. And I know with this one, I want to kind of bring these black in. Perfect plan, mental note. And a lot of these planner stickers, I know that we all have them. I haven't been using them. And so I think that, you know, we have to find ways to use other things. I think that we shouldn't, you know, we should be able to use whatever we want to use, however we see fit. I like this one, the love, but I want it on black. I want to bring anything as possible. I love that. I think that is one of the ones that I'm going to use with this really pretty heart. Okay, so let me glue this down first. I'm putting that to the side. I'm going to glue this in the corner over here. All right, and then this heart is going to go get glued down. Glitter. And that is about as puffy as I'm going to get with putting anything down. Hoarder worrying about the paper. Oh, it's fine. I sent, if on y'all notice on all the envelopes I sent y'all, I glued it down. And yeah, I think it'll be fine. If not, y'all tell me. Alright. And I like how this has like a kind of a dimension. You could always pop up the other side, but I'm just holding this down so it kind of stays. And then I'm going to take these flowers, and I want to, and I like that they're not all the same color, right? But I want to bring in the blue because that kind of matches that tab that I punched out. All right. So that you could put your bling on the flowers, right? And that was my thought behind it is, hold on. And then put this one down over here. And then, so it really could be however you want it to be. I want to use the Be My Valentine again, but I think we're going to go with the pink and put some flowers on it. So, oh, good night. Loving how it turned out, Jan. Unfortunately, I have to a few hours of work. Okay, good night. I'm glad that I went live enough to where you were able to watch. All right, so I'm going to put some glue on the back of this, and then this one is going there. And so like it could be like super simple or not so simple. Hold on, I'm gonna move that one. I'm gonna decorate the outside of these, and that's where my scraps is gonna come in again. And the pretty. Another thing is, you know how what you could also use to put an address on? These chalk stickers. You know, everybody has them. Like you could put the chalk stickers on there to write someone's address. And I showed how, and I'll show it in a minute on how I did it. But I'm looking at, all right, so when this opens, it's like this, right? So I think what we want to, I love this paper, so I don't think we necessarily need a lot, but this is the part that you're going to write on. So let me do, and that paper's not, let's try this paper. And this is pink, like you could use whatever color. It's washi tape. And then you could add washi tape on the other one. I use washi tape. So I kind of want this to be, I'm going to do 1.5 inch. I don't want it to be too big. And this is a little less than 6, so I think. Okay, so that, and pretty much that, or you can make it bigger, and then I could put these flat flowers on there. So let me just, it just depends on, and then you don't have to put the lines, like I just put lines to kind of show in my demo like where you would put the address. You could actually write, my black pen would write perfectly on here. So you could write the address on here. Hey, Sam. Oh, what time is it there? Yes, we should. We're going to do, this is like after the ACT, this is going to be the next, we're going to do a sign up for these. I think they would be fun. I think this is a great way to do something, or if you guys want to host one, that would be amazing too. I just don't want to have like a bunch, I don't want to get confused on all the things I have going. Oh, so you could write, and I'm not even gonna write lines on this one, I'm just gonna decorate it. Oh, and then I'm gonna write something on there too, because I'm really into doodling. You could stamp stuff. I think, you know, I don't know. So you could do like however you see fit. I'm obsessed with black ink and doodling right now, which, you know, will change probably, I'm sure. I think we all go through crazy obsessions with different things. Yes, right, Carrie? Then, you know, and then how cool is it to watch? I think what the coolest thing about like the ATC swap is to watch how we all are making the exact same thing, but how different they all look, right? And I think that that is what's amazing. That's what would be cool about this, is how we're all going to be making the exact same thing, but how different it will look because we're all different creators and create different things. Yes, it's going to be fun. So, okay, I'm just doodling the same thing around here to kind of give it some dimension. I'm probably going to stick something on here. 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And it's just, I don't know, whatever you like, it should be, you know, I guess the one thing about this project is it could be super extravagant and super simple. And I think that this kind of will unite a lot of us, because it's not like, you don't have to have fancy dyes or fancy tools. Oh, okay. Carrie, you don't have to. I know that you're busy. You're so sweet. But you don't have to have fancy tools or fancy things to do this project. And I think that that's why this is a fun project. I've been using the art glitter glue with, like, the results better than Tombow glue. That seemed, yes, that's what I've heard from a lot of people, that Tombow glue will make stuff stiffen up and get kind of hard. Did you notice, like, so do you love the art glitter glue? Isn't it amazing? All right. I know, right? So here's the outside, right? So we still had this little flap and, like, I don't know, like, just these simple little hearts are kind of maybe up here because you're going to glue that down, right? I think we're going to put these, I don't know, it's so cute. I want to do just red with it. I think we're going to do, watch. I'm just going to, and on my other ones I kind of did it different, but on this one I am going to, and if this comes out in the mail, it comes off in the mail. I don't think these are going to be just one stamp because it kind of has some weight to it. I think you'll have to put 2 stamps, but I think with 2 stamps you'll be able to mail this out. So basically I've used a bunch of scraps and I'm going to finish decorating this one. But I kind of showed how to stuff different things in the little pockets and only use 2 pieces of cardstock besides like some ephemera on it. And I think if you're not going to send this by itself, you could really decorate this. Like how cute is this just on this card, right? So I'm going to glue this down because one of these are not going to go in the mail by itself. One of them is going to go with some already friend mail, right? So if it's not going on its own, you could really decorate all of it completely. You don't even have to seal this, because if it's going on friend, you could literally take some ribbon and underneath here, you could put some ribbon here and put some ribbon here where it ties, right? So I could probably do one with that. So if you weren't sending this straight in the mail, underneath this cardstock, you could put ribbon and then under here and make it tie. So you could get like pretty extravagant with this. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Yeah, they're great. I have a ton of glue. The art glitter glue is, yeah, it's my favorite. I have one other glue that I own, which is at this point is tacky glue, and it's Elmer's tacky glue, and the only reason why I use that is when I'm gluing fabric down to books. it spreads out easier, and it's easier and gives me more time for it to dry. So I think, but other than that, 99% of what I'm using is art glitter glue. All right, let me clean up some of these flowers a little bit. So I think, I don't know, I think to each their own. The only bad fall of art glitter glue is you have to order it online and they don't mail it in the winter time, but it's so worth it. Like, just remind everyone, I'm like, girls, it's getting cold. Get the glue. Order the glue. You just have to remind yourself. And I'm really good about remembering. But it lasts a really long time. It does. It lasts a really, really, really long time. I think I'm going to put this one over. I don't like the way that looks behind it, so I think I'm going to add this one over the top. But like, and this is a great way to, because you need everything to be flat, this is a great way to use up your stamps too. Because most of the things that are in here are stamped images. And so I think, hey Mary, look what I got for you. All of this is like stamps, cutouts, all that I made for you. I'm gonna mail that. That's what I did yesterday. Hey, look, you want to see something cool, Carrie? I ordered, so I wanted something cool to put my ATC cards in, and I ordered these from Amazon, and they're multicolored, see it? But I'm trying to take it out the plastic. A little goes a long way, right? Yeah, you don't use a lot. So, look how cute these are. So they were like 100 of them for like, I don't know, $5. Less than that probably. But let me see. Did I put all my ATC cards? Oh, I have them in this little box. Y'all, I have OCD about containers and putting stuff in boxes. And I think the reason why I do is because I have a little 2-year-old. Stuff will just disappear. And if it's gone, it's gone. Like, it's probably sucked on. It's no good. So I have this little box that I bought at a thrift store. Isn't this cute? Like, you can't really see it so much. But anyway, I was putting my ATC cards in here. So I bought these little envelopes. So I put them in plastic, but I bought these little envelopes because I thought, how stinking cute to send the ATC cards and this little envelope where people can reuse it. Right? They're pocket letter size, so people can use these in pocket letters. I bought them off of Amazon. Let me get the link and I'll send them. So it's called Bulk Gift Card, 100 pack of mini envelopes, 10 assorted colors. There's 100 count. Hold on, I will show you guys it's so good. Did y'all hear that? That's my keyboard. Hold on a second. My keyboard fell back behind. Fun times. All right. Good night, Carrie. Thank you. All right, here is my keyboard. I know, if it's loud, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm an Amazon junkie, I have to admit. Like, I am not kidding. Amazon is my friend. Hold on. Minty envelopes. I think if you just put mini envelopes, they have, yeah, if y'all just go to Amazon and put mini envelopes, they'll come up. That's what I did. But so cute, right? They have like solid colors and they have the glassine ones that you can put. It's so cute. All right, back. Love the box. I do love. Yeah, me too. I got that. So I need to put these envelopes in there with it. But I think that is, yeah, so I will get together a swap probably for these, and basically if you sign up, and then I will match up some people. I think that because you can make 2, I think it would be good to say you want to join and you're like, hey, I want to join. You could put, hey, Terry, welcome. You could put, hey, you know, I would put Jan, like, okay, so say I'm typing out a comment. I would type it like this, watch. Jan, I am in ×2, and I just type that. So you want to do a swap with 2 different people, right? Or, you know, Jan, I am in only 1, or Jan, I am in, you know, so that way if I sign up a swap with these, you know, that way if you're making 1, I'm all about, if you're making 1, you might as well make 2. That's my philosophy. But I think they'll be cute, and I think we're so close to Valentine's that how cool would this be to, like, not be Valentine's? Like, to not have it, you know, specific, unless you guys want it to be Valentine's. Like, we could figure that out. So that would be really cool and nifty. And see, when I literally filled this up with this little book and filled it all up, and once it's full, it's not that bulky. And like, you just got to be careful with putting stuff. Like, remember I told you I put that card in here that came with the envelope, so you could still put your little, you know, note in there. It's so cute. I think, like, the funny thing is you can make tabs for that too. And like, how cute is it, the idea to put stickers on the paper but glue them down to where the person can still use the stickers. Honestly, I don't really know. Okay, let me tell you. Hold on. I know that, so it's the 4.5, the smaller ones, because here is the 5.5 by 7.5, which I'm not really familiar with A2, A3. This one is 5.5 by 4.25, if that makes any sense. I got this at Hobby Lobby, so check the envelopes, guys, because the envelopes were clearance. They had, these were $2.50 for 48 cards and envelopes, and then they had all their envelopes were clearance to 75 cents for 12 of them too. So that is another thing. Okay, well then A2. Here is the bigger one that is, what would this be, A4? Or what's the bigger one? But the problem with the bigger one is there's good and bad. So the bigger one lets you decorate more, you can do more, you can stuff more. But the problem with the bigger one is you use more. So literally, you're going to use 2 pieces of cardstock for this one and just have scraps. Where on this one, I used 2 pieces of cardstock, had a little bit of scraps, but got 2 out of it. So, so, you know what I mean? To me, I think the little ones are kind of your better bet on what you would want to do. And then you could decorate, like, go crazy. Like on here, on this one, this is just a Post-it note that I doodled around and then stuck one of my Happy Planner stickers in. And then, of course, lined it. And then on this one, I put some flat sequins on it. So that's just sequins. Put a Dollar Tree, like, puffy sticker right here. Doodled around it on a red piece of paper. This is a little pocket. So I put a library card. And then on the another one, where's the other one? Here's the other one. On this one, oh, stay flat. So on this one, yeah, that's why I said you would have to, like, you know, the puffy sticker would probably be okay for the outside. But even then, I put this kind of one, so you would kind of want it. See, okay, this was the Dollar Tree 3-dimensional sticker. So what I did was I took it apart, popped the back off, and then glued it back on. So I took, stay flat, flats. So I took it and then glued it back on without the puffy in it. So that's another way, is just, you know, take them apart, glue them back together. This one says collect moments, not things. And that, again, is just a fancy little Post-it note. These are some cards that I cut out from the paper pad. This is paper pad paper that had these dotted lines. This was also a dimensional sticker that I just took out and then just made a little card with it. So And that's just my punch. So like you really could do so much with it, right? And again, if you didn't want to be able to get in here or putting things, you could always close it. And then it's just cool little, you know, flip book almost, right? But I think it's so cute. And on here, like I've noticed, like you can even like edge it up with some black dye, or you can edge it up. I think on one of them I did. On this one, I edged it up with pink all the way around. I put washi tape on these. So like, see how they have like kind of this gap? If you don't want to see the gap, you could put washi tape on it and glue it down. And so on this one, it's got washi tape on it, none on the inside. On this one, I didn't put washi tape. So it just depends what you want to do with it. It's pretty easy and a simple project. I think that you guys will have fun with this. And if you do, if you're on Instagram and you make some, just tag me, because I'm excited to see what you guys do. I'm excited for us to do a swap with this. Carrie was so excited. She was like, we need to do a swap. She was talking about some other stuff, but I am going to probably get together and maybe do a swap. I love Flat Stanley. I was a kid. Oh, good night, Janice. Yeah, it's, girl, you see, the funny thing is, y'all know I have a lot of clear stamps, right? But I am a wood stamp junkie. I love wood stamps. I have all the platforms. I have everything. But I just love wood stamps. I think they stamp right. I don't know. Wood stamps are my friend. Alright, so all this little ephemera is going to go back in here. Because I have like my mixed media ephemera and my non-mixed media ephemera. See, this is my mixed media bag that I've been, oh, that's gross. My 2-year-old had a chip over here. So, you know, I've been keeping everything in here to kind of keep it organized a little bit. Yes, exactly. I know Angela was asking how I store them. Angela, I bought one of those, and I know this is kind of ridiculous, but you know those containers where it's like, it looks like a hat box. They have them at Hobby Lobby. They were $2 for them, and it literally it's not decorated. It looks like craft. It's this color, like not decorated, and I paid $2 and I keep them all in there. And so whenever I'm stamping, I'm like, well, I got all this out, I might as well use it, you know. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. It probably does. Hopefully. I'm just going to glue some rhinestones on here. Well, I hope that you guys, if you guys have any questions, especially for the people that are watching the playback, you know, just let me know. I will create a video. So not on this video. We're not doing a swap on this video. There will be a video. Hopefully next week, I will find an easy project too. Who knows where my mind goes. But I'm just gonna stick some rhinestones are, and I have those little tweezers that are made for this, and I put way too much glue, but it'll be fine. All right, just a little bit of glue jam. There we go. All right. So what are you guys working on today? Are y'all pull down the whole box and do? Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I was doing. I literally got white cardstock and stamped them out in lines, like in rows. And that's what I was doing. I was stamping them out in rows because Mary wanted me to stamp out a bunch of stuff. So literally, she doesn't have a lot, but I was stamping out because I was like, hey, let me. So I stamped out like one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. I was just stamping. I stamped out 2 of these, like Happy Easter, being my Valentine, I was just stamping. Like, and then I was stamping rows of stuff. So like rows of the elephant, rows of the flower. I just was stamping out all kinds of stuff. Okay. Okay, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know a lot of people. It's kind of that crazy time right now. I think, like, Christmas is crazy. Valentine's Day is crazy. Halloween is crazy. So, in the crafters world, these are all crazy times. So, that's why I might wait till maybe closer to Valentine's Day where it's really too late to send for Valentine's Day to do this kind of swap. Who knows? But since it's so close to Valentine's Day and people are already trying to get out enough, who knows? But then part of me feels like maybe we should do Valentine's Day even if you get it late because we have all our Valentine's Day stuff out, right? You're waiting on glue, but it's drying. Yawning now. Good night, all. Oh, okay. No, this glue is like, girl, look, see this? It's dry. You literally have, like, no lie, 10 seconds, 5 seconds to pick up whatever you're doing. Look, it's completely dry. Now, over here where I just put it, I can move it a little bit, but it's pretty much dry. So it's dry. That's the thing about art glitter glue, is you're not waiting. Don't nobody have time to wait for glue to dry. So I'm just adding like a little bit of sparkly to the places that need little dots or whatever. I also had some gold flowers, so I'm going to probably be working on these and okay, Victoria, thanks for watching. Good night, Judy. And Judy will probably have to tell me her name 300 more times because she tells me every time and I'm like the worst at names. I am bad with names. The only reason why I remember Gretchen's name is because I had to learn how to spell it. Because I'm really bad with spelling names too. Oh, gotta get that. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Sass. Okay, sass. I like that. Most people, the funny thing is, like, we were talking about it in the last live. My real name's January, and most people, like, don't believe. They're like, crazy, crazy world. Name Gretchen. Oh, really? Ours is Hannah. Our dog's name is Hannah. Hannah. I'm not going to put one here because I'm going to glue that to close it. Do they? I've never heard anyone's dog named Gretchen. The only person I've ever heard was, I haven't had permits. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I didn't use it here. Well, here's the reason why, is I thought I have, and this is so dirty because it just be everywhere. I have this, and that probably would be your second best is that, but you can't really, with the, yeah. If y'all don't have art glitter glue, I recommend getting you some because life-changing the things that you can do. Hey, Pamela. Hey. Oh, yeah. It's, I don't know, it's life-changing once you, I think I'm going to have to edge this up in black or it's going to drive me insane. The other thing is how these lines don't line up. That's probably going to drive me insane. It's the little things that make me insane. This is so cute. That stamp from Tim Holtz that I got at Hobby Lobby for clearance is so cute. Bruno, oh, that's cute. Come, no, you have to buy them, but like literally... Crafty Mace. Hey! No, but literally, okay, so Jane Davenport has like 2 bottles that you can buy, and I think that they're like $5, but you can use a coupon on them. I know that I bought these off of Amazon. You get like 12 of them for like, I don't know, $6 or less, right? And what I did is when I knew I was going to use these, I literally bought the 12 and then was like, hey, I got these bottles. I'm going to send them to you, whatever else. So I only have like 3 bottles left because I've been giving them out. But I know, Melanie, didn't you say you got these at Hobby Lobby, these little bottles? Because the only thing I'll tell you is you have to, with art glitter glue, you have to keep the top on. They sell like a 2-ounce bottle that comes, but I don't like it. I don't like the little thing you have to stick a needle in, and I'm constantly losing the needle, and yeah. Yeah, on Amazon you get, I think it's like 6 of these, where it's like, you get 12 of these little bottles. But you can use these bottles for other things too. Not only for, look what my child did today. He cut the little thing, and I was like, why? Anyway, but I was glad that it was just that he cut and nothing else. I thought about using some of these too, but I didn't use them today. Maybe on my own time. See, you could like really, on the outside, I think you could get away with blinging out stuff more than the inside, but it just depends. It just depends on like what you want to do, how flat you want to lay. It also, if you're not sending it directly in the mail, oh, okay. If you're not sending 3 for $7, oh, if you're not sending, I think the ones I got was like 12, and then it took a little longer, but yeah, if you're not sending them in the mail, you could really make it fatter and whatever else. So it just depends. Like, these are great ways to send. Like, I just like the idea of simplifying friend mail, right? And it's not that I'm selfish. I just think that I get really stressed out when I have to send stuff, right? Because then I have to go to the post office and get an envelope and then everything and package everything. And like, I think if I could just send something like this to people with some stickers or whatever, I would send out a lot more friend mail, right? And so I wanted to come up with a way that, you know, would be simple. And like, who wouldn't love getting something like this, right? I know. Yes. And then sequence, like, I put here, like, look, and that was art glitter glue. So literally all this is on here with art glitter glue. I just was like, deet, 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 deet. And I use art glitter glue because it dries so fast. I put art glitter glue under stickers, under washi tape, under everything. Look how, do you see my OCD try to make me line up this? But, I mean, I did a pretty good job at it. Like, look, watch. Ridiculous. I was like trying to line up those lines, girls. I was really trying to line it up. Yes, if you don't have it, get some. Oh, yes. Night, Pam, night. Yeah, they're so good. They're so good. And if you guys missed how to make them, it's so simple. You can watch the feed. It's literally, you know, just gluing some paper to some envelopes. And I used 2 pieces of cards, 2 12 by 12 cardstocks, and made these with just a little bit of other things. But to decorate it, it is 2 pieces of cardstock. So guys, when y'all go to Michael's and y'all see those cards where they have like $5 and they're like the cheap little cards with the envelopes, like, get them, because this is a perfect project to use that with. I know, right? So I don't know, this is a great project. So y'all be probably getting some Happy Mail, and then we'll do a swap on them, because I think this is something everyone can do. I think, like, if you're not necessarily, like, you know, you could probably, oh, I always Amazon. I have like, oh, let me show you. I think I have it on my desk. I was moving everything around. Here's those other things. I'll show y'all this in a second. Hold on. Oh, here it goes. So I got this off of Amazon, and it is 50. I like these because it came with different colors. I have a bunch of the white ones, but this one came with 50 3x5s, and it comes with yellow, red, orange, pink, green, yellow, and blue. And they're just search library cards on Amazon. They have all different kind. And then this is the 5x7 that I used on that bigger one. These are the Miss Sparkle & Co. So envelopes that are $2. And then I got them for $1 when that is what envelope I used to make this one. So that is the envelope that I used on this one. I know, right? I'll be sending you bunches. I know, right? Amazon, yes. I am obsessed with Amazon. It's my favorite. I'm lazy. I'm all about like buying it online and getting here. And like you don't. So a lot of stuff too, I will buy on eBay too, because the price is totally different. And I know like everyone is about Tim Holtz or whatever else. I always talk about these. I bought me a backup pair because I was thinking with Carrie, I was like, I only have one pair of scissors. I've been using these American Craft scissors for fussy cutting everything I do forever. So the new ones are gold. So I ordered me another pair just in case I needed them. Yeah. Well, girl, my Miss Sparkle & Co., they haven't been updating their selection. Like, they still have, like, fall and Halloween stuff. I am not happy with them. They need to get it together. They have not been doing so well. They need to get their updating together. All the cool things. So you can send me one. I know, right? So good. They are. What happened? So, again, if you guys have any, if like if y'all don't understand anything or whatever, just like leave a comment, because I know I kind of went fast. I just wanted to show the gist of it, and I have sometimes a habit of making things more complicated than they need to be, if that makes any sense. So I was trying to not make it as complicated. And then I was starting to with the black and the other one. That's why I stopped doing it, because I was like, let me just show y'all, because I don't want to go through the whole process of making this big one and then going and being like, don't do the big one, do the little one. So that's why I started with the little one. And I'm like, hey, let me show y'all the what. So I think that they're super cute, and I think this would be an amazing friend mail idea. And then you don't have to get a, heavy box or anything. Such a cute thing, right? And for those of y'all sending those ATC cards, you can make one of these and put your ATC cards in it. So cute. Such a cute idea. See, they have them all the time here in Dallas, but I haven't been going. I don't have anyone to go with, and I don't want to go with my husband, because he's like, well, I'll go with you. And yeah, no. Because then he's going to be like, they don't have no food here. Do they have food? they got a food truck? And the whole time he'll be like, what are we going to eat? Is there something to eat? Oh, yes. Make a recipe one with some recipe cards. Wouldn't that be cute? But anyway, yeah, the whole time my husband would be like, let's eat. What are we going to eat? Where the food at? Yes, girl. Because if there ain't nothing in it for him, he's trying to say, yeah, no. He would be running me crazy about food. And I would be like, it would be, no. Or he says things that are not appropriate. Like, where I'm like looking at him like, that was not funny. Don't say things like that. But yeah, he doesn't get it. He's a man. Alright, I think I'm just gonna, I'm really bad about like sticking stuff in place. I like just want to use up. See, I've been lately, when I have paper like this, I will punch out flowers, or I'm going to put, I don't want it to be straight. Then I'm going to put this here. And then this heart. No, I'm going to leave it alone. Even this heart would be cute just by itself. Alright, well, anyone else who wants one, I'll send you one. You have lots of paper. We're obsessed with paper, right? Gretchen, I'll make you one, too. I don't know. Y'all need to make some because I'm going to do a swap. And it doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. That's what I was saying. I'm going to do a swap on these because it'll be super easy, super fun. I'm glad that you made it this time. Yes, somebody, I think someone sent these to me in friend mail. I like them too. I have noticed that you got to put some glue on them because they will pop right back up. Nerdy, you can go tell Elijah he can come. Because he is ready.
Okay.
Matt, go tell your, I know, huh?
He's asleep.
How do you know?
I went in there like 5 minutes ago. They're all asleep.
I just heard Rob yelling at him.
So do you still want me to go with
No, don't worry about it because I don't want your dad going off on you.
Okay.
No, you don't have to.
All three of them.
You know him. When he's ready, he'll come.
No, Rob's not allowing him to.
Yeah.
All right, my kids.
I know, crazy.
All right, I think, see, I cut that heart out. I think I'm going to put this heart on here. No, you're good. All right, ladies, well, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that you guys have a great Saturday. I probably am going to clear off my desk and work on some ATCs because I need to do that. And if I get a hair up in my butt, I might go live a little bit, like in about 30 minutes doing that. But I got to clean off my area, reset my station up. So I hope that everyone is having a good Saturday. I hope that you guys all ate well, stayed warm, stayed cool, whatever's going on. So I will see you guys later or see you tomorrow. I'll probably come up with another idea for next week, hopefully. Something simple. I'm not too complicated because I tend to make things more complicated than they need to be at times. Yay. But, okay. Well, I will see you guys later. Okay, good. Okay, Mary. Yeah, it's not complicated. I probably need to do a video where I'm just like breaking down what needs to happen, not the decorating, and do a voiceover. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow, hopefully. That way, if you guys are coming back to learn how to do it, you don't have to watch the whole live again. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow. Okay, bye guys.